believe that improving our knowledge base, especially in these days when the market is also stagnant, will also be beneficial for our investments for a possible bull run. We thought we should understand what metaverse universes are and maybe compare the biggest metaverse universe. If you are ready, let's see what is Decentraland and Sandbox, what are they aiming for, and what is their market potential. Let's compare together. Welcome to Kripto Ofis channel, I'm Iryna. Metaverse is one of the most important terms you may encounter in all areas of technology today. All the entire technology ecosystem monitors the evolution of the metadata warehouse. It is difficult to explain what metadata means. We can think of it essentially like the internet in the 1980s. To give a simple definition of a metadata store, we can say it is a three-dimensional virtual world in which users can interact with each other as digital avatars. You can also find out metaverse video on our channel. Among the ever-evolving words within this metaverse universe, discussions about Decentraland and Sandbox have been getting a lot of attention lately. Both are essential decentralized metaverse universes without any manager. Well, what are the differences between them and which one is better in terms of use and investment? Let's consider the differences between Decentraland and Sandbox in detail. Decentraland, which we call the metadata warehouse, the oldest pioneer in the field of the metaverse universe, started in 2017. In addition to exploring this huge virtual universe, it also allowed players to purchase land and included many famous brands from these lands. Decentraland promises games, casinos, galleries, concerts, and many more for its participants. As of now, it is the longest-running project among the metaverse universes. Decentraland started with $24 million ISO and went public in 2020. Users can create a wide variety of experiences in different virtual terrains on the platform. Experience the many applications created. Decentraland consists of three protocols named Mana, Land, and VR. Mana is the native token of the platform in ERC20 standards, and users can sell ERC721 standards lands with Mana. Land is used here as a unit of measure. For example, Decentraland. It is divided into 90,801 separate land parcels. Each land is exactly 16 meters per 16 meters, 100 square meters, and can be found at a specific coordinate in the metaverse. That is, land is used to denote lands with Decentraland, while Mana can be used to pay for different avatars, variables, items, and names. We call Decentraland a DAO, meaning community policy updates, future land auctions, developer and whitelisting of NFT contracts to be allowed within the marketplace, and any detail the community deems relevant is open to vote. It should also be noted that the voting took place in the management interface of the Decentraland DAO called Aragon. Mana, which entered the market at $0.02 in 2017, made an ATH that exceeded $5 in November of 2021, and now it is trading at $0.64. Let's move on to the Sandbox. Sandbox started its work as a blockchain-based virtual world in 2011 and switched to 3D gaming platform in 2017. In this virtual world, it allows users to create all their virtual experiences, play games, make their own games, and earn money. One of the main goals of Sandbox is to empower artists, creators, and gamers from the metaverse universe to develop the platform according to their imagination. The ideal tools to unleash the creativity in the development of the modern gaming ecosystem. The project states that it brings the best NFTs and how to empower the ever-growing community of gamers. Sandbox follows a win-win model that helps users to develop in two different ways as players and creators. The platform uses 4 different tokens named Sand, Games, Land, and Asset, but we will only tell you about Sand at the moment, so that they don't interface with each other. Sand is installed on the ERC20 network, just like Mana. Sand token, which met its investors in 2020, reached $746 in the rally in November last year. It then started to decline just like its rival Mana and is currently traded at $0.79. Let's move on to comparing these two giant metaverse universes. First of all, let's get to to know the investors of these two companies. Behind Decentraland are many well-known capital and fund companies such as Digital Currency Group, FBG Capital, and Coin Fund. In addition, Polygon announced collaborations with the South Korean government, Cyberpunk, and Samsung in the past months. Sandbox, a Japanese multinational bank focused on investment management, has one of SoftBank's largest investments. Let us remind you that it has the support of many other famous companies such as Sandbox, Slack, and Uber, which is supported by one of the largest investment companies in the world. When it comes to wallet capability and scaling, Decentraland currently has an edge over the competitors. You can use all ERC20 wallets in the marketplace of both projects. On the other hand, Decentraland recently launched an improvement by bridging with Wallet Connect. Therefore, we can see that there is an agreement for Polygon users to join Decentraland. As for scaling, both projects use Ethereum infrastructure, so gas fees can be quite high in some periods. The closer Ethereum gets to scaling, the more scaling problems of these platforms will disappear. Collaborations with well-known people are quite interesting. Decentraland has partnered with Atari, Cyberpunk, and Polygon. Sandbox has collaborated with famous names like OpenSea, CryptoKitties, The Walking Dead, Snoop Dogg, and many more. As you can see, Decentraland and Sandbox, which are among the most popular metaverse projects, have many similarities. They aim to build decentralized virtual universes, use the play-win and win-win model to foster interactions and user-generated games worlds. Decentraland and Sandbox operate in similar areas in terms of NFT sales and user activity. At the same time, the sale of digital real estate plays a vital role in the ecosystem of both projects. On the other hand, Sandbox has recently launched the alpha of its multiplayer feature, while the virtual world of Decentraland has been in operation since February 2020. Of course, both metaverse universes have significant features, growth rate, community support, and business models in the Decentraland metaverse space. We will hear more about these two companies in the future as their metaverse universes expand. Will other universes emerge? We will meet hundreds of more metaverse universes with the rapidly developing technology, eyeglasses technology, legal and ethical studies. We would like to remind you again that what we say is not investment advice, and we recommend you to do your own research. And always remember, your decision to trade depends on your attitude to risk, your expertise in the market, the spread of your portfolio, and how comfortable you feel about losing money. You should never trade with more money than you can afford to lose. See you in the next video. Invest in crypto smart and stay cool.